The last 2 days have been some of the most significant in the history of Nintendo leaks. Yesterday saw a massive dump of beta assets from Super Mario World, prototypes for Yoshi's Island, a prototype game related to Donkey Kong, and so much more. It's going to be a while until a full understanding of everything included in this leak is reached. But forget about all that, because today we had another leak, this time mainly involving games from the Nintendo 64 era. Of particular interest to me are the files related to Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, and the Zelda games. The point of this video is not to be an exhaustive deep dive into all the content of this leak, rather I want to address some of the confusion that's been coming up amid all the excitement. For starters, this leak originates from iQ. This was a Chinese partner of Nintendo's that were responsible for the iQ player, which was a kind of plug-and-play N64 exclusive to China that was released in 2003. The important takeaway from this is that Mario 64 had long since finished development, and there are no pre-release builds of Mario 64 or any other N64 games included. Early into this leak's release, the possibility of playing the Space World 95 beta was being claimed. This is simply not the case. This doesn't mean, however, that no unreleased material is included. Of course, the big question on your mind is probably, what's the deal with Luigi then? Is that a fake model? To the best of my understanding, no, this Luigi model is in fact real, though this is technically a fan reconstruction based on the assets. This Luigi model, as well as other major points of interest like unused courses, exist within the included source code from the leak, but were essentially skipped over when the ROM was compiled for release. This is why these assets have gone undiscovered by data miners and generally unknown until now. There are already efforts to get both Luigi and the unused courses running in Super Mario 64 in some capacity. While we're on the topic of Luigi, two ambiguous pieces of info to discuss. The most contentious one is the supposed voice clips of Luigi in Mario 64. This upload by YouTube user 64iffy shows some off.
Oh, mamma mia, that's delicious!
Now, the debates surrounding these clips are whether or not they truly originate from Super Mario 64. Many claim that the real source is actually the Game Boy Advance title Super Mario Advance. The truth really is not clear right now, but I will say that it's not at all out of the ordinary for Nintendo to reuse voice clips of their characters recorded many years earlier. One of the most obvious examples of this is Captain Falcon's voice in Smash Bros. The other piece of info to discuss here is this image that showed up on the SM64 SGI Project Discord. For those of you who don't know, this is a graphics mod for the fan PC port of Mario 64 that sports high-quality renders based on those made with the Silicon Graphics workstation. If that doesn't really mean anything to you, think about the renders used for the box art and manual for Mario 64. Anyway, the timing on this release led some people to jump to the conclusion that the actual original renders of Mario and Luigi had been leaked. This is not the case, and it has since been confirmed by those working on the mod. Next, there's a viral clip circulating claiming to be an uncompressed version of Mario's famous and often misheard line, "So long, a Bowser." This is misinformation, and a lossless version does not appear to exist as of this video. Rather, this is an edit by @BulbSound on Twitter. It does, however, make it pretty clear that Mario is not actually saying, "So long, King Bowser," as is claimed by some. This picture of the game's code, if it can be believed, pretty much lays that to rest as well, confirming the line to be, "So long, a Bowser." There's so much more I want to cover, like this supposed Mario Kart 64 beta screenshot, but I'm going to wait until I know more. In the coming days, we may be getting even more leaks, and efforts to parse out what is real and what isn't will become more and more challenging. I plan to continue to follow things as they develop, and also plan to look more closely at the prototypes and beta assets already available, so consider subscribing for more on these leaks. Until then, take care.